Good day everyone, Hurley Borify Reviews here, back at it again with another video review for the Tangzu X HBB Swan NV. Yan, Swan. I may have been murdering the translation, pero ayan siya. And the Tangzu Swan NV. Yan. Tawagin na lang natin siyang XNV throughout the video. Yun. This review is not possible if hindi ako napansin or pinermit ni Linsol na i-review tong unit na to. They sent this to me and I am very thankful na I am recognized by them. But again, it is rest assured na laging honest and transparent ang review ko, bigay man yan or hindi bigay, pinadala o hindi pinadala, binili or hindi binili. Okay, it will always stay that way. Okay, proceed tayo. This unit or this review, this IEM is another HBB collab. Kaka-review ko lang ng Hades na isa ring HBB collab which I had mixed feelings about it being a somewhat niche base head set. So ito yung review ko about this IEM. So we'll check if like same pa rin ba sila ng HBB DNA or hindi. Okay, so this is the box. Nakita nyo naman na kanina. Ayan yung logo ng HBB. As you can see, I do love the concept of Tangzu always, kasi nag-base talaga sila sa mga historical people noong Chinese nung nagkaroon pa ng parang dynasty sa China. Okay, and ayun, si Swan NV is one of them. Yan. Along with Jian Wu, Yuan Li, Neza. Yeah, Neza is a god or goddess, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hindi ako rounded kasi dyan. Pero yun, as you can see, ang ganda lagi ng box art. Ang ganda lagi ng waifu game ng Tangzu. Truly one of the eye-pleasing, visually pleasing to me as a enthusiast, and at the same time may gusto sa mga ganitong type ng packaging. Hindi siya yung usual na anime, but hey, you do you, diba? At least this is somewhat different from the waifu game that other brands had. No hate naman dun. I do get their market din. Pero ayun nga, Tangzu is truly unique when it comes to their waifu game. As you can see, ayan Tangzu with the HBB logo. Yan. And ito yung likod. Yan, as you can see, nakikita nyo yung specs dyan. Yes, this is like the Hades, wherein gumamit din sila ng LCP driver, which is I am very fond of a type of that driver. Parang ano lang din yung square planar driver, yung SPD ng Celeste. There's something really good about those kinds of drivers, and LCP is not different doon sa wow factor niya for me. Okay, ito yung makukuha yung accessories behind pag binili niyo to. This is priced around $80 or $90 as far as I know, or yeah, $80 to $90. So around 4,000 pesos. Okay, and ayun yung makukuha nyo. It isn't much compared sa iba na marami talagang nilalagay na accessories, but I can confidently say na hindi mo na need bumili ng extra accessories for this one. It is very optional if bibili ka pa ng accessories for this one, except sa isang part niya, which I'll discuss later on. Okay, so you get the IEMs itself. Yan, so you can see it is bright red. The case, yan. I am not a fan of this case actually, kasi very siya, lang siya, parang nagpo-protect lang siya against scratches and smudges para dun sa Swan NV, but never its durability, kasi we have to keep in mind na made of resin kasi yung Swan NV, yung XNV. It is a resin based or resin shell IEM. So ang mahirap dun is like pag halimbawang nadaganan siya or nadaganan, nalaglag with extra pressure and such, magkakaroon siya ng cracks agad, which is a very concerning if like ginagawa mo tong daily driver for commutes and such. Pero for the most people na parang hobbyist or may sarili naman ng case sa IEM sila, this won't be an issue. This could be lagyan ng cable ng ear tips and sorts of that stuff. Pero ayun nga, in terms of practicality, this ain't it. Okay? A hard case would have been preferred, lalo na sa presyong ito. At least for me, okay? And ayun nga, I really love this one. The ear tips. This is the ear tips. The Tang Sangai ear tips. See? These are really good. And ayan, yung balanced version niya and yung wide version. Maganda yung gantong ear tips for me. Oo. Quality yung ear tips na to. Kahit anong IEM yung paggamitan nito, ang ganda lang ng comfort, ng isolation, ng effect sa sound quality niya. Oo, ang ganda lang ng effect nito. Depende pa rin sa IEMs of course, pero ayun nga, yung general niya sa IEM is parang mas nire-refine niya yung mga details or yung parang mga somewhat may mga peaks or may mga bloat yun ang tinatry tanggalin na itong ear tips na to, based sa experience ko. And I really love these tips. Tama lang din na ginawa ng Tangzu na nilagay nila itong ear tips na to dito sa IEM na to. 2 sets pa. So, yun yung sinasabi ko na hindi mo na need bumili ng ear tips. Yes. Hindi mo na need bumili ng ear tips na additional for this one unless na lang may specific ear tips ka talaga na gusto mong gamitin. Yan. Okay. Pardon me if like yung audio or yung boses ko, yung voice ko is like nasa right side lang probably kasi my recording setup isn't the most optimal as of this moment. My apologies to that, but yung mga equipment ko is on the way naman na, so we'll see what we can do. Okay, in the meantime, ito yun. Okay, proceed na tayo sa cable. Yan, yung cable to me hindi naman talaga siya problem. Pero I do see this as a bummer or as a problem for those people na nag-own nito, lalo na yung mga tao na bumili nito kasi for 4,000 pesos or around $90 you can do a better cable than this one. This is your usual rubbery, alam mo yung mga older IEMs during my newbie era 2016 2017 has this, yung mga 64 audios that day has this type ng cable. Yung KZ actually, ganito yung feeling ng cable nila. Yung TFZ, if naubutan yung unang TFZ, ganito yung cable nila. And it is very rubbery, very sticky, very springy cable na madali magbuhol-buhol. Hindi ko rin trip yung gantong type ng cable, to be honest. Lalo na pag halimbawang nasobrahan sa init, medyo nagiging sticky siya and natutunaw somewhat. So, ayun. For most people, wala naman silang problem dito, but ayun nga, if like gusto mo ng mas premium yung feel, premium yung itsura, premium yung pag-coil around sa ears mo, I suggest na bumili ka ng cable na within your preference, okay? So, ayun. And here are the IEMs itself. Yung IEMs itself, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, is a resin one. It is a well done resin shell, as you can see. Ang ganda ng details ng shell na to. See-through rin siya, tas kulay red. It surely stands out and it is within the motif nung brand mismo. I do love this shell. Ganda ng fit niya sa akin, comfort. Pero ayun nga, sa people na may smaller ears, probably they will find this very chunky. Yan. Pero ang ganda ng fit niya kasi yung resin IEMs most of the time is shallow lang yung fit. Unlike neto, this is really really cool in terms of fit kasi ang lalim ng nozzle niya eh. However, yung nozzle niya is walang lip and ayan, may mesh siya dyan, but ayun, kitang-kita mo din dito yung niya, as you can see, kitang-kita mo yung dalawang drivers na ginamit, LCP drivers as per the specification. Tapos ayan, yung 2-pin, and yun, may vent holes. So, sa experience ko, wala naman akong naging problem sa pressure sa loob ng tenga. Wala akong narinig na driver flex or anything. So, that is a good, very good input or very good findings ko for this IEM. Okay? Tapos, proceed tayo ngayon sa drivability. Sa drivability, it is katulad siya ng ng Hades. Yeah, the HBB collab last time na ni-review ko. Within the same ballpark yung volume niya sa Hades S9 Pro ko, which is around 30/100. Oo, yung Hades S9 Pro, wala siyang problem doon actually. Even the tungsten space, walang problem doon. However, sa mga like 1.5 VRMs na dongle or even yung 2 VRMs, at least need mo ng 2 VRMs dongle. Pero ayun nga, 30/100 sa Hades S9 Pro is something na madali lang, pero sa ibang sources it can be very very hard to drive. Oh, ayan, parang nagni-need talaga siya ng extra power to seeing to its potential talaga. I mean, 98 decibels lang din naman yung nasa specifications niya. So, fairly makunat siya for its price. For its caliber. Pero ayun nga, kung halimbawa meron ka naman ng recent IEM dongles and such, wala naman ako nakikitang problem within that. Okay? And ayun nga, proceed na tayo sa sound. So, sa sound nitong IEM na to, this is really good actually. Oo, without any bias or anything na parang hype. Kasi, sobrang bihira ako mag-review ng Tangzu na IEM actually. And wala akong like, talaga, bias about it. I do like the visual arts, pero anong tawag doon, hindi naman lahat din ng Tangzu IEMs is maganda to my liking, to my preference for me to recommend. Based dun sa mga na-audition ko at least. Okay? I didn't like personally the Fudu. I didn't like personally the Swanwu Gate nung na-audition ko siya nung November Hi-Fi show sa Philippines dito sa Dusitani. Yung Neza, I like it, pero sa price niya, it kinda needs some refinement. Pero maganda siya. Sa price niya nga lang, however, parang alam mo yun, sakto-sakto lang, walang something really promising about it. Yun. Oo, maganda yung tonality, sure, pero ayun, you get the point. So, hindi lahat ng Tangzu IEMs is palu sa akin or preferred ko, okay? Pero ayun nga, this one, the Suwan NV is definitely one of my favorite Tangzu IEMs. Oo. This is definitely one of my favorite IEMs sa lineup nila. Number 2 actually. Yung number 1 is yung Heyday edition ng Zetian Wu. Yeah, I love that one. Mainly dahil na rin siguro planar driver siya. Pero ayun, stick tayo dito. Ang sound signature nito is a neutral warm sound signature to me. Some people can say na mild V-shape, some people can say na warm V-shape, but to me this is a neutral warm sounding set. And napakaganda ng tonality nito. Oo, actually meron siya nung right amount ng everything, from tonal performance to technical performance. Wala siyang sumusobra, wala siyang nagkukulang. Everything is just right para sa presyong to. Oo. Parang kumbaga siya yung jack of all trades, master of none, but it is better than having none. Parang ganun yung term. But anyway, ayun. This is a really good set. Okay, neutral warm siya. Sa lows, nandun yung lows sa yung elevated lows, punchy, very meaty. Makapal yung lows niya pero hindi overbearing. Which is yun nga yun yung medyo kakaiba sa mga na-audition ko na compared sa mga na-audition kong HBB collabs. Kasi most of the time, ang HBB collabs is bass head level. Sobrang bassy, bass head level na up to the point na dark. And wala gaanong parang, alam mo yun, technical performance yung IEMs. Pero this is really different from it. So actually, kung halimbawa hindi mo alam na HBB collab to, hindi mo akala HBB collab to at all. Kasi sobrang iba yung tunog niya compared sa ibang IEMs na may HBB collab. Like for example nga, yung Hades na audition ko before. Oo. Tapos yung Let's You Work collabs niya na audition ko before, meron dun distinctive na HBB collab. But this one, kapag nakapikit yung tao, kaya kapag hindi niya alam, hindi makakalain na HBB collab to. Pero yun nga, balik tayo sa bass. Yes, this is bassy, this is mid-bass dominant. Mid-bass dominant siya, malinis actually, nearly malinis yung attack and decay niya. Oo, pero I wouldn't call this yung bass head level or nakatulad ng Hades. Oo, so yung bass heads at heart talaga na, okay, they want the quantity. Ayan, they want the quantity of bass. This doesn't have it. What this have is yung quality. Ang ganda ng quality ng bass nito. Oh, for most tracks. Kahit ano ilagay mong tracks, this is really nice. Okay? Napunta tayo sa mids. Yung mids nito is lush, smooth, thick. Merong mid-bass bleed, pero hindi naman siya nakaka-apekto in a negative way. It is really, really good. Nagdadag siya ng warmth sa boses, sa instruments, sa bandang lower mids, which I prefer, lalo na yung mga mellow yung kanta talaga. It is really nice. Oo. Like yung mga Burning ni Sam Smith, ayan, yung Perfect ni Ed Sheeran, yung Smithereens ng 21 Pilots, yan, yung boses ni Brendon Urie sa Death of a Bachelor, Panic at the Disco, yung Jetpack Blues, yung boses ni doon, ni Patrick Stump. Alam mo, parang mas nagkakaroon, nadadagdagan ng energy and kick. And at the same time, parang hindi siya hindi mo feel na parang alam mo yun, parang matinis or may prone na maging matinis yung tunog, which is a good thing on this set. Okay? Punta naman tayo sa upper mids. Sa upper mids niya, it is one can say na neutral pa rin naman yung elevation. Some can say na mildly elevated, pero I wouldn't blame them kasi maganda yung air neto. Hindi siya super airy, but maganda yung amount ng air ng upper mids netong IEM na to. It is nice, it is well done, and sobrang sakto lang na wala kang magiging ear fatigue, wala kang magiging maririnig na sibilance or harshness dito sa IEM na to. And at the same time, hindi siya like muted down, hindi siya subdued, hindi siya rolled off. So, very, very recommendable to for those people na sensitive yung tenga. Okay? Now, proceed tayo sa highs. As for the highs naman, yung highs na ito isn't something na you'd say na bright, pero hindi rin siya rolled off, hindi rin siya dark. As in, sakto lang, sakto yung extension, sakto yung air, sakto yung clarity, wala ring harshness or sibilance. Yung details is nandun, pero hindi naman din sobrang overbearing. Oo, hindi siya like pang clinical kumbaga. Oo, more of nasa more of nasa sakto lang talaga yung detail. Hindi siya for critical listening, pang vibe lang siya na music, pero hindi rin lacking either. So it is a good sign. Okay? Now, move tayo sa technical performance. Sa technical performance, hindi ito rin yung best suited for it, pero hindi rin naman siya kulang either. Again, tulad ng sinabi ko, sakto lang yung amount ng everything talaga dito sa IEM na to. Yung soundstage niya is nasa saktong side, hindi siya super wide, but at the same time, hindi rin siya super sikip. Sabihin natin yung realistic side, hindi rin siya yung parang sobrang may 3D effect or yung parang may holographic effect, sort of. Hindi siya ganun. Sakto lang. Sobrang sakto lang. Which is good for most people, pero dun sa mga naghahanap ng the best of the best talaga, which it can be a bad thing. Depende sa inyo. Separation and layering, it really good din sa price na to. Sobrang masinsin siya. Merong konting hiccups sa very very busy tracks, pero hindi naman super congested. Realistic lang per se. Ayan, okay. Tapos move tayo sa imaging. Yung imaging nito is really good. Actually, nung unang try ko nito, and may pinakinggan akong parang binaural test yata yun eh. Or I don't know if ASMR yun or something like that. Napalingon ako sa kanan, which is a good thing. Nagulat ako na, uy, meron pala nun, or something like that. And one thing to note, na kahit na hindi siya super detailed, maririnig mo pa rin yung pag-tick ng clock clearly dito sa yung first 7 seconds ng The Black Parade ng My Chemical Romance. Ayun. It is very surprising dito sa set na to. So, sakto siya. Just the right amount of everything. And lahat yun, nagawa niya ng walang switches. Walang tuning switches, walang filters, anything. Wala. As is where is. Okay? Now, move tayo sa comparisons. Okay. Sa comparisons naman, ang parang pinaka-competitor lang niya kasi dito sa price na to, my opinion. And yun lang din naman talaga dapat yung i-compare. Kasi sila lang yung magkalapit talaga ng presyo na recent hindi natin sasali dito yung Truth Ear Hexa, yung 7Hz Legato, ayan, yung mga yan. Kasi, anong tawag doon? We're talking about the recents din kasi. Malalaki na yung talon ng IEMs ngayon in terms doon sa quality na makukuha mo for their price. Pero, yun nga, kung halimbawa ka meron ka ng existing na IEM na it was good last year, there's no need to buy an IEM na bago ngayon if you're looking for a night and day difference most of the time. Okay? Pero ayun, ito yung ko-compare natin. It is the SIMGOT EA500LM na ayun, kita nyo naman, naka-ano din siya, naka-Tanzu Sankai tips. Kasi maganda talaga yung tips na to. This is really good. And yun, naka-stock nozzle siya na gold. Kasi I like to keep things stock actually. Kung ano yung tunog niya sa akin as is. Hindi na ako nagbubuting-ting na like yung gagamitin ko mismo just to experiment and such after ng review. No, hindi ko na ginagawa yan. As is where is talaga ako. Kung ano yung stock niya, kung ano yung narinig ko, I keep it like that. Okay? So, anong pinagkaiba na itong dalawang to? Well, ang pinaka-TLDR kasi dito, ang pinagkaiba nilang dalawa in terms of sound is mas technical oriented to. Mas technical oriented tong EA500LM. Mas madali din siya i-drive. Pero yung tonality niya hindi kasing lush, hindi kasing good, kasing thick, or hindi kasing something that you would vibe with every day if casual listener ka compared dito sa Zuan NV. However, si Zuan NV naman is, yes, nandun sa kanyang tonality. Actually, this is a step up nga dun sa Kiwi Ears Cadenza. In terms of tonality, this is really good in terms of tonality. Pero wala siya nung technical performance na nandito sa SIMGOT EA500LM. Pero ayun, both are really good. Kahit na may mga parang sila, okay, mas magaling sila dito, mas magaling dyan. Pareho silang may decent tonality and technicality. Ngayon, mamimili ka na lang talaga kung ano yung mas important for you or yung mas nagmamatter sa'yo. Ayan yun. Both are really good sa presyo nila. Mamimili ka na lang talaga. Kung, alimbawa, baka sabihin natin, mas prefer mo yung shells. Okay, mas prefer mo metal shells kasi gusto mo pang daily commute, ganto ganyan. Di EA500LM. Mas gusto mo napapalitan yung nozzles, ganto ganyan for certain types of music. Sure, EA500LM. Mas gusto mo malupit yung technical performance. Mas gusto mo naririnig mo yung pati yung paghinga ng mga boses ni, like, let's say Hozier sa niya, sa mga raw na tracks niya, 'di ba? O kaya doon sa track niya sedated, sure, sige, EA500LM. Pero hindi naman kasi lahat ng tao ganun. So, maybe gusto mo lang talaga, okay, mas pogi tingnan. Gusto mo visually pleasing, visually attractive. Ayan, sige, Zuan NV. Gusto mo makapal yung tunog, gusto mo ng, gusto mo lang talaga sound trip. Ayan yung parang pinakagusto mo. Gusto mo mag-relax. Gusto mo ng, tawag doon, resin yung, resin yung shell. Ayun, Zuan NV. 'Di ba? Or kung may source ka for it, sige, Zuan NV. Yun, nakadepende talaga sa preference mo. Pero dun sa quality na makukuha mo, you can never go wrong with both, actually. Kung mayaman ka, sige, bilhin mo pareho if you really want to. Pero ayun nga kasi, naintindihan ko rin naman yung perspective ng mga practical talaga na mga audio hobbyist or sige, audiophile if you want na tawagin na ganun. Hindi kasi nag-a-apply sa akin yan eh. I myself isn't something na matatawag kong audiophile but more of a audio enthusiast. Ayan. Pero ayun nga, for a practical person na nasa hobby, mas okay na bumili ka na lang ng either of this IEM. Mamimili ka na lang talaga kung ano yung mas gusto mo and yung mas kaya mong i-maintain down the line. Oo, kasi kung halimbawa na gusto mo lang naman talaga ng sound trip and may hard case ka naman, maingat ka naman sa IEM mo, edi yung Zuan NV will do you every day. Will suit your needs every day, 'di ba? Kaya ayun, depende talaga sa inyo. Okay. So, yung pairing na, sige, anong verdict ko dito? Ang verdict ko dito sa Suwan NB, it is a very recommendable set under 5K. If you're looking for a top-notch tonality sa 5K, sa 5K. If you're talking about 5K, oo. Top-notch yung tonality nito, to me. Definitely a step up sa Kiwi Ears Cadenza. Definitely a step up sa 7Hz Sal Notes 02. So, this is a good one. And a option, if ayaw mo ng bright na katulad ng EA500LM. This will suit any genre that you prefer, whether it be yung genre na HBB na hip-hop, NWA, ayan, 50 Cent, yung mga yan. Lil Wayne, I don't know kung nakikinig siya Lil Wayne. Pink Floyd, ayan. This will suit it well. But at the same time, maganda rin to sa modern day tracks. I love this sa modern day tracks. Even sa mellow tracks, even sa jazz, na katulad ng kay Leve, ayan, or yung mga vocal power tracks, or vocal-centric tracks rather, sorry. Yung vocal-centric tracks, talaga. Even yung OPM OPM, K-pop, J-pop, whatever. This will suit you well. Very recommendable sa price niya. Ayun lang, syempre may mga nitpicks ako na like for example yung cable, yung case. But hey, kung alimbang ano lang naman talaga under 4K and kaya mo naman din magpalit ng mas decent na cable, 'di ba? Why not? Cable lang naman yung problem dito after all. Oo, kung ininitpick talaga, but magagamit mo na to as is where is. Pagka bili mo, pagka receive mo sa inyo. And yun nga, decent yung ear tips niya. Hindi mo na need bumili ng ear tips. Unless na lang may gusto ka talagang ear tips na like spin fits or anong tawag doon, JVC spiral dots or yung yung kulay orange. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan nun basta yun yung orange, kulay orange. Kaya yung soft ears na ear tips, yun. Pero aside doon, this will suit you fine. Walang problem dito. Okay? Tapos sa pairing, yung sa pairing nito, ayun nga, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, sa Hydees S9 Pro, around 30 to 30 over 100. So, medyo makunat siya. Medyo makunat siya to, based sa experience ko. Kasi sa phone, pag direkta sa phone, like, yung Sony Xperia na yung gamit ko, which is yung may DSEE na audio decoding something, DAC. Basta yun. Hindi siya okay. Parang kulang siya. Kailangan mo siyang i-max out. Kaya yun, mas better if like may dongle ka na fairly powerful. Like for example, J-Kali JM20 o kaya yung yung FIO KA11. Yes, that one is good. KA7, KA11. Basta yung FIO na mga bago, very powerful yan and it will suit this well. It will really suit this well kasi neutral naman sila most of the time, and this one madali lang bagay ng pairing. Okay, and that ends my review for the Tangzu Suwan NV. More reviews to come. Actually, some are on the way. We'll see what we can do sa schedule, pero ayun, mas active kasi ako sa page ko sa Facebook ng Aurafy Reviews and sa Headfi, Suicide Up yung pangalan ko doon. So you may want to check out my catalog, portfolio, headgear reviews doon kasi andun lang din naman lahat. Okay? And see you on the next one.